All right, everybody, welcome to the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. It's our weekly Wednesday live stream. I'm your host, Dan, a.k.a. smAsho, and we'll be back with you in about 1 minute. I'm going to play you a little musical ditty here and provide you with some visual stimulus. The latest imagery from the GOES SUVI, the NASA GOES 16 SUVI imagery, the solar ultraviolet light spectrum. Here's Unified Theory again. We'll be right back in about 2 minutes. All right, so this is going to be an exciting one. I'm very excited about our new top brass in the U.S., I guess you'd call the uniformed services. Let's get to that promptly, because we've got to get that out of the way and talk about various other interesting things. So, yeah, everybody, I would like you to take a moment to take off your hat, perhaps put your hand over your heart or salute, while we play the Star-Spangled Banner and play some choice clips from the ceremony to announce Admiral Rachel Levine. So yeah, now a 4-star admiral in the United States Public Health Service Commission Corps, one of the nation's now 8 uniformed services, and the first female 4-star general. Congratulations to Secretary and Admiral Levine. So here again are some top clips while we play the Star-Spangled Banner. Again, congratulations to Admiral Levine. Here are a few words from the Admiral.
This great nation. My father, Melvin Levine, often spoke about his service in the Air Force during World War II. A young man from a small town in Massachusetts.
Let's just leave it there and move on. Remember, if you're going to take health advice, make sure that you take it from, well, let's just allow our viewers to take their health advice from wherever they feel like taking it from. And let's move on to some additional topics here. I didn't want to spend too much time on that. Now, just to briefly talk about the Wednesday weekly live streams, we typically announce it on Twitter. So if you follow us on Twitter, you'll see a post like this. We've been entitling them Ask Me Anything streams because these are designed to get you, the viewer, things like wrenches. So share the video with your friends. This stream will be going on for just about another hour yet. At this point, they're typically 1.25 hours or so. So if you follow us on Twitter, you might see all kinds of retweets. Oh, look, a retweet of Governor Tom Wolf's post. You'll have to see what I said by going to Twitter. Oh, check it out. We got some great photos of Jaw here. Thanks to everybody that follows on Twitter. And congratulations to everybody who hasn't been banned from Twitter. So well done, everybody who's still there. As people play the Squid Game, but in real life with their social media accounts, which of course they require for things like the operation of their businesses. Check it out. We had Jim Kirk there, William Shatner on the screen, folks. Check it out. Yeah, if you know anybody on YouTube that's got better thumbnails, by the way, let us know. Let us know in the comments, anybody who's got better thumbnails. And we will put your comments on the screen here in a moment. I do have them. They are right there. We'll go back to that momentarily. By the way, there are recipes on the Instagram page. Yeah, I want to know if a channel's got better thumbnails. Let me just talk briefly about this daily space weather video thumbnails. And thanks smAsho staff for uploading all of those. Downloading and uploading them. The reason the letters are black because they're designed to look like black body radiation. They're designed to look like black bodies, folks. Very flat black bodies. I'll just leave it at that. Yes, they're emitting plasma. We do have plasma letters on the channel. All right, so everybody who's not already banned on Facebook, please share this live stream on your Facebook. If you're friends with Mark Zuckerberg, share it there. Also share the links that we have to the Redbubble shop. We'll talk more about that later. But we've also, of course, got to talk about various things in the news. Did you hear the Greta Thunberg karaoke? It was good enough to make it on the thumbnail of the meteorology segment. Have you seen this one, folks?
The mRNA vaccine, highly effective, extraordinarily efficacious, 94 to 95% for mild to moderate disease, and virtually 100% efficacious. Because the real-world effectiveness is even more impressive than the results of the clinical trial.
Anyway, let's leave Twitter entirely and go back to space. A frontier. These are the voyages of shifting gears to get off of Twitter. No, seriously though, if you follow us on Twitter, we will typically put up a tweet like just before the live stream goes up. And I've unintentionally opened multiple windows on Twitter because of keyboard shortcut conflicts. So I just wanted to put up a nice fall foliage background for you. And using Instagram on a computer is like expecting baby boomers to know when to call, when to text, and when to email. Check it out, some additional fall foliage today. Out of the classified vehicle. I'm not showing that, am I? There we go. Yeah, so check us out on Instagram also. I think we've got like 500 followers over there. It's berserk. It's, good God, does that look screwed up. I guess that's a good Halloween outfit. So anyway, Are you familiar with the term banana republic? Now, this one needs to be redefined. Of course, we notice Merriam-Webster's been redefining various words. Check this one out. Now considered offensive. I'm not going to say it. I typed it. I mean, that's crazy enough, right? Oh my God. Did you hear what I said? Oh my God. Do you know who Gond is? All right, let's talk about that. Gond, the deity, is the deity of like building stuff, machines and so on. It's a Dungeons and Dragons deity. I'm always talking about it because it's hilarious to say, oh my God. The symbol is a giant wooden wheel with a sort of like a plus sign on the center of it. There you go. There's a great symbol of Gond. And this is a lawful neutral alignment in Dungeons and Dragons, and it's hilarious because these are like the definition of NPCs. Anyway, the reason that I ironically say, oh my God, all the time is because I don't want to get people, I only want to get the right people offended. The people who have lawful neutral D&D characters are the ones who I'm looking to piss off. Have you ever met anybody that played a lawful neutral character? That's got to be the most ridiculous alignment. My character conforms to the laws where he lives, regardless of whether they're evil or good. He doesn't care. Anyway, it really is the ultimate NPC, which is why it's so great. The temples of Gond are full of a bunch of boring dudes building stuff. And like, I don't know what else to say. That's why I always say, anyway, that's why I always say, oh my Gond. Because Gond is a hilarious, ironic god in the Forgotten Realms D&D universe. So you may lol about that. You may lol about that. If you're a DM, add some Gond cultists, people who believe nonsense and hang around a temple and build lots of stuff because reasons. You can have some great Gond lawful neutral NPCs in your campaign. Now, if you're thinking of buying a bike, shifting gears here. Shifting gears a bit to buying bikes. If anybody's doing so, drop me a line. I'll actually help you shop nowadays. Yes, it's true, folks. I now sell bikes. So, yeah, that's a thing. And you can check out the site at curated.com/experts/dan.nigro. And we'll also eventually put links in the descriptions of the videos eventually. But this is sort of a new thing. About 3 weeks old nowadays. So yeah, hit me up if you like. Curated.com/experts/Dan.nigro. Dan.nigro, that is. And you can find me there. You've got my contact information and so on. If you click this link up here, which you can share with your friends and foes, that'll save you 10% with some limitations. I think you have to spend under $2 quadrillion or something like that to get the discount. So yeah, check that out. It's very fun. For all of you who like building bikes, try building riders, see how that works out. And let me know how that works out. But I recommend dropping me a line because I'll hook you up. I'll do my best. So the market is extremely hot. Lots of people are trying to buy bikes, and lots of people are not finding access to the ones that they want to buy. So we're not trying to like step on the toes of your local bike shop either. I assure you, we want to buy the bikes from your local bike shop and from literally everybody. So there's been a race bike shortage for all of you not aware. there's been a race bike shortage for pushing 2 years now. So I'll just leave that there. And of course, again, you can save 10% with my link there. Curated.com/experts/dan.nigro is the URL. If somebody types it in the chat, I will not censor you. Let's shift gears to more solar imagery. And we'll put your chats on the screen. And I will play some more tunes. Thanks everybody who left comments. I don't know what I'm going to play. Now you get to see into the depths of my folders. We're going to play Next Shell. No, we're going to play Vaporizer. And I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Oh, that's great. Yes, thanks for the comments. Cheers. I would never try to convince you of such a thing, Eugene. I mean, look, you have the word buy right there in the name of the thing. So, I mean, come on. What can you say? What can you say? Wow. What a Apparently this is a hole that Eugene has been deep, deep into based on the comments that I read. I wish him luck, though. Apparently, I don't think he's playing WoW. He's playing, it's not League of Legends. I have no idea what it is. I've watched videos of it and just wondered what is supposed to be happening. If you're still watching, Eugene, there you go. A rare glimpse into what is on the computer table, which, by the way, needs to be replaced. So help replace my computer table and give Smash staff a raise, please, by maybe joining the Smash team, picking up some merch. Let's talk about merch. Oh, it's so good. So yeah, the Smash team is fantastic. I mean, set up an account on the bronze level if you're not even willing to pay us a measly $2.99 per month. But if you are, open up your cobweb-encrusted wallet and send $2.99 a month to get stuff nobody else sees. And I'm getting spammed to our American viewers, to our viewers not next to the swamp. To the ones in the U.S., are you getting spammed a shocking amount? I mean, I can't believe how many text messages I get from Pizza Hut. From Pizza Hut. They also said they're going to give me a free pizza, and they never came through, so I don't know what else to say about that. Pizza Hut, not on the list of companies I'm looking to get sponsored by. In any case, welcome to the Neo Renaissance here, by the way. You can find the Smash Team site by clicking right there on the giant thing that says The Smash Team. And one of the links also on the site is this one right here. You see that? The smAsho merch. If you click that, it'll take you to the Redbubble shop. And I'm wearing a featured item today. Once again, I was wearing the Mensa hat, Make Earth Not Suck Again. It's up to you. I was wearing that this morning. Now I'm going no hat, and I'm wearing not the Universum Liberate, although that is definitely on the list. I'm wearing the Mensa. Make America Not Suck Again. It's up to you, not giant bureaucracies that can't even make themselves not suck. Again, how about in the first place? All right. Yeah, the design here there it is. Oh, that's Mensa. Here's Mansa. There's probably like 50 products. I don't really keep track of what's sold out and what's not, folks. It's just they're there. 59 products. I believe I'm wearing the Essential shirt. Or is it the Classic? I think it's the Essential. And it's in purple. Team purple. Yes. I don't have to ask Becky. I think Becky would probably agree that it's up to you to make America not suck again. And to our international viewers, make Earth not suck again. And by the way, you'll save 20 to 60% site-wide with the promo code SHOP early on checkout. Enjoy your products. The print quality is quite superb. It's pretty good. These images are like 4,000 pixels. So anyway, tell your friends and foes about that. Once again, welcome to the Neo Renaissance. I've got to shift gears once again here to go to our favorite. This is now a tradition officially. So I guess I got to put this on screen. So there's been a big run up in crypto and so on. I'm not even going to really talk about that. Watch this. Oh, the ad blocker wins when you press refresh. We're going to go to, are you ready? brace yourself. Strap on your seatbelt. Strap on your strap-on. Whatever's protecting you from whatever's neglecting you. Don't be dissecting you, and while you're neglecting to... All right, I'll stop with the free-form poetry. That's not my thing. Brace yourself for the insanely huge header, the mega header from hell at cbsnews.com. Here it comes, folks. Don't say I didn't warn you. Mega header. It doesn't care about your welfare. It cares about whoever's paying for the commercials. But anyway, there's a giant header at the top of CBS News. And I love that because CBS is sort of the first news company to take a header when Walter Cronkite revealed that he was cooking the books on purpose. Yeah, he was politicizing the news back in the 1970s, folks. Who knew? Well, everybody was supposed to have known. But somehow in 2016, nobody noticed that the media lost all credibility. Have you watched 2020 in the past couple years? Good God. What a disaster. Good God. What a disaster. Use of coal rising in 2020. The first increase in 7 years. Yes. Dr. Rachel Levine makes history.
Biden's pick for Assistant Secretary of Health, Dr. Rachel Levine, is
she
now
fixed
the
Pennsylvania.
first transgender official to be confirmed by the United States
Thank
Senate.
you,
Following
Dr.
a
Levine.
52-48 vote, Levine will join the Health and Human
Brave
Services
and
Department
beautiful.
as they continue to battle against the
She
coronavirus.
cured Pennsylvania.
Dr. Levine says she
Then
is
she
humbled
cured
by
the U.S.
and thanked the LGBTQ community.
And now
for
she's
its
going to
continued
cure the
support.
world. She's going to cure the world with those admiral stripes. Oh. Thank you, Dr. Levine. Who wouldn't want that trying to cover them if you were going out for a flat pass? If you were going out for a flat pass, would you want anybody besides this person looking out for your receptional health? I mean, I suppose you could probably run past Dr. Levine or stiff-arm Dr. Levine and create a crater where Dr. Levine used to stand if Dr. Levine tried to tackle you in the open field. Or maybe that's just if you're me. Hopefully, an inordinate amount of Dr. Levine wouldn't evaporate if it attempted to prevent a pass reception in the flat. Various cities self-destructing because of vaccine mandates. They think people are going to come out of the woodwork and take jobs that nobody wants because they're not already very tightly regulated. It's very smart. A lot of companies, a lot of bureaucracies, period, think that they can just, we'll just self-destruct and then we'll just come back to life miraculously like a zombie. And that's not, what is it? What's going on with that? What are these bureaucracies thinking? I mean, it's I say big tech is self-destructing. I say big tech and the media are both self-destructing. What say you? Let us know in the comments. I'm not going to call out any specific organizations. CBS News is not one of the companies that I'll mention. But anyway, let's go back to their giant header, see what is on it, and then see what is their headline. Because I'm still not entirely sure what their headline is. So we've got student loan debt. Some story about student loan debt. Child care crisis. Navy uses unmanned aircraft to refuel F-18s. But anyway, here's the latest headline. It is medical examiner called to the site of Brian Laundrie manhunt. All right. I refuse to cover that. Let's move on to something else. I'm going to give y'all a sneak peek at the Smash team. And I will put your chats back on the screen again here momentarily. I just wanted to swing by the Smash team and give you a tidbit of what is in store for you this Smashtober. Now, at the Smash News Network, least busted name of news, we are very concerned about content not sucking, because I've noticed through my travels, when I'm doing things like viewing content on YouTube, I've noticed that a lot of the content sucks. It's a lot of dumb people saying a lot of irrelevant things that make no sense. That is, I don't know. I understand that's a cute little campy genre. That is part of the phenomenon that is YouTube. Sort of, it goes back to the roots of what YouTube is. But, I mean, considering how many millions and millions of dollars are changing hands, you have to ask yourself, what is it that the advertisers are paying for? Would you put an advertisement on any of big tech's platforms? Would you pay cash to any of big tech to get sponsored ads for your organization on their platform? I'll just say that. That's my question. And I'm talking personally. I'm not talking about if you're running a business, because everybody puts ads on Facebook. It's just a matter of what Facebook decides is spam and what it doesn't decide is spam. Yet Facebook puts up misleading posts constantly where it's like, hey, you want to buy a 26-foot yacht? It's only $5.99. And you click on it and it says, install the Wish app. I mean, meanwhile, ads to your stuff are mysteriously spam. I mean, I think there are issues with the advertisers. I don't think just investors are being misled. I think there are some issues with advertisers. What do you say, folks? There might be some issues as to where the dollars are going, right? Now, I've been a human billboard since 1999. I know how to represent multiple companies at the same time and not cause havoc and not cause people to want to chug booze and quit their jobs because of douchebaggery and incompetence. Is that sort of is that like getting to the brass tacks of some problems? I mean, folks, I've done the math, and the math is not 8 equals capital D. That's big tech's math. The math is that if you have 10 managers, if 6 of them are incompetent, when the 4 competent ones quit, those 6 managers are obligated to hire more incompetent managers. Because if they hire more competent ones, it'll expose their incompetence. So if you surround yourself with excellence, you may find excellence to be the result of your actions. If you surround yourself with crap, you might find out that you've got smelly results. I'll just be real vague about it. Anyway, when you log into the Smash Team site, if you click on posts after you're logged in, this is the view that you'll see, I think. Here's the view that you'll see. And of course, this is depending on what level you have. Bronze sees different stuff than silver, and then gold sees different stuff than bronze, and silver. It's almost like Patreon. It's essentially 3 tiers, free, $2.99 a month, and $9.99 a month. Very similar to Patreon, except just way better. All right, so let's go look at crypto real quick, because there's been a pretty serious run-up in crypto markets. Last I looked, Bitcoin was at nearly $65,000 per Bitcoin. So here's cnbc.com/markets cryptocurrency coverage. Now it's, so another steep incline just since I last looked at it. Up at 4.27% there. $66,652 per Bitcoin. And it has exceeded its 1-year highs. So there you go, 1-year highs there for Bitcoin. Here's the 5-day chart. It's going to be a steep run up over the past 5 days. There you go. Coming up from 57,500. A big run up there in Bitcoin. Once again, undervalued is the stellar lumen. In my opinion, please don't take this as investment advice. I'm not licensed to give you investment advice. You should know. I used to be a day trader, not anymore. Here's a stellar lumens chart. Now up to 39 cents. It was 37 last I looked. You'll find it is quite proportional to Bitcoin, but check it out. This one is at about $9 billion for the market share. I mean the market capitalization on this. Around $9 billion for the market cap on stellar lumens. 39 cents per stellar lumen. Quick look at the gold and silver charts here. I could care less about the NASDAQ and the Dow. Here's silver. Looking highly undervalued on the 1-year chart, like stellar lumens. There you go. and gold. Similarly undervalued there, sort of a proportional chart. And what's going on with oil? Vladimir Putin's talking about it's possible you may see $120 oil. There it is on a 1-year high. Perfect timing, by the way. Europe and the U.S. are delighted going into a sort of a snowy winter. Places like Wyoming coated with snow. In fact, let's check that out. There was a stagnant low. It's finally moved off. It's now over the South Dakota-Minnesota border. And it's just rain at this point. And it's pretty snowy out there. Let's take a look. We'll put your comments back on the screen here. There we go. And I'll let these scroll. I apologize if I can't really respond to all of them. Or any of them, for that matter. Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody who shared and so on. All right. Eugene, I don't need to change your mind on bikes as gay. I'm just wondering why you ain't got one. I would sell you one, but I'm concerned about the supply chain, especially considering I can't really ship the stuff that I'm usually shopping for to Belarus. But thanks for leaving a comment, mic dropper. By the way, if you drop the mic, you're not supposed to pick it back up. Good God, Eugene. We'll make a rock star out of you yet. Nay wants to know what we're drinking. Early Times, Amstel Light, Modelo, and Club Soda. Yeah. Oh, a lighted bike parade in Venice Beach every Sunday night, and it's kind of gay. Is it naked? Nay, that's what I want to know. Is it a naked bike ride? Lots of those occur on the East Coast. I don't know if that's common in other places or not. Yowzers. Yeah, rollerblading, that's something that I've never done. Inline skating, rollerblading, nope, never done it. People that go fast are pretty cool, though. They can go pretty fast. But, yep, never done it. I've been a skateboarder. BMX. Never strapped on the rollerblades. I know how to ice skate. I used to own a set. But, nope, no rollerblades. I would try it. I do have basically all the gear that I would need. But rollerblading is it's a little corny. It's not exactly in my wheelhouse of cool. That's for sure. Not something that I would do like get in a half pipe and do a grab and be like, yeah, I nailed it. Yep, you should all be on Twitter. By the way, you should all be on Twitter. And everybody that's scared that they're going to get banned and so on from these different sites, they should all be on the sites pushing the oops, I've gotten banned envelope as far as they could possibly push it. Everybody that's mad about somebody getting banned on whatever platform ought to be on the platform saying the same stuff. I mean, that's what the internet ought to be doing. Not using the sites isn't the solution. Certain sites, like saying, I'm not going to use Facebook, Facebook doesn't give a shite if you use Facebook or not. It's not going to affect it at all. It needs to sell advertising and your metadata to Indian and Chinese market makers. Because Indian and Chinese, let me just share something with you. What I believe is going on is that Indian and Chinese market makers, people who are selling stuff to those populations, believe that your shopping habits are helpful to know because they think that a guy in Bangladesh and a guy in Thailand and a guy in China and Seoul and Australia, for that matter, are going to have the same shopping habits as you, right? That is a logical explanation for the level of like data mining, I guess would be the right word to use, data mining. So for those of you who don't understand different sort of computing terms, there are all kinds of different malwares. Some of them come installed stock on smartphones. Some of them are uninstallable. Some companies get mad that their spyware has been sort of rendered non-functional by certain OS manufacturers, and that's just the way of the cheap device, right? So everybody can own a very powerful computer for about $50, but if you don't know how to use it, you'll still get a lot of propaganda on it. You will not really know what it is that you're getting versus what you're not getting, and you won't have a very good grasp of its true computing power. When I first purchased a computer, it was bought on my behalf because I was like 10 years old or something like that, and it cost nearly $2,000. It had a 20 megabyte hard drive, 20 megabytes. It had 512 kilobytes of memory. The speed was, I think, 10 megahertz. It was an 8086. It didn't even have VGA graphics. Again, a 20 megabyte hard drive. That's not enough for a lot of photographs. So, and I don't know. The power of a device like this is so shockingly vast that everybody should be able to play their favorite games on their smartphone easily with a cheap Bluetooth controller, or better yet, a wired controller. And I mean, should be able to cast to your TV and just be legendary. But for some reason, it's non-functional. Let's take another example. Voice-to-text software was perfected in about 1999. Who remembers the commercials? There was a girl on stage with a headset. It was for Dragon. Dragon, you talk, it types. Remember that? It was a giant ad campaign. And a couple friends and I, at least one friend and I, got a copy of the software, and I had my computer set up to where I could just operate my computer while lying in bed using voice commands. It was completely perfected. How does your smartphone work? I'm not going to say what kind I use or anything like that, but I'm not going to rag on a specific smartphone type. But does the voice-to-text software work on your smartphone? I mean, I seriously want to know. It's a joke on mine. It's completely illiterate. These devices should be storing dictionaries locally so that you can have a customized dictionary where you don't correct, where it learns. You know what I mean? It's called functioning software. What instead you have is a keyboard. Your keyboard has to access the internet in order to work correctly. That's why it's so inconsistent in how it works. So, I mean, tons of people have stopped using smartphones entirely and have switched to flip phones. So I should probably stop talking about this because the video is going to get banned. The video is going to get banned for hate speech. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. I'm sure it's fine. All right. So let's play another track here. I've got to step away from the microphone and put up some better graphics. Let's find where this low is. All right. Let's go to the Iowa-Wisconsin border. Let's get me off screen. Oh, I love the way the window resized itself. Wasn't that awesome? Did you see that? The window just resized itself. It's so smart. It knows what size I wanted it. It's the magical resizing smart window. It's very, very smart, folks. It's very smart. All right, anyway, I'm going to attempt to play some more music here. Just give me a minute. Yes, here's Tilt-A-Whirl. I'll be back in about 2.5 minutes. All right, I'm back. All right, so what else is going on? It seems like a slow news day. What say you? I don't see any known disaster alerts or anything like this. Let's go stare directly at the sun using some instrumentation, like the GO 16 SUVi, the solar ultraviolet imager. By the way, there's some funky data on the stereo A imagery. Let's start a massive controversy with this imagery. Check it out. There we have the stereo A coronagraph and the difference imagery. Probably just some Borg spacecraft interfering with that. That's a delight. I'm not sure if that's a CCD bakeout or what the deal is with that, but we'll add a couple frames there. We'll double the frame rate of this. Just all of a sudden, looks like it could be a CCD bakeout, folks. I don't know. Maybe it's getting hit with protons? All right, I have an idea. For you new viewers who don't know what I'm talking about, this is stereo A located out here at Lagrange 5. And that's puts the Earth off to your right. It's the best coronal mass ejection watching spot. It's better than the LASCO stuff because, well, anyway. Let's get the Space Weather Enthusiast dashboard. Well, indeed, there was a coronal mass ejection there. And that's part of the reason why we had a warning on yesterday's video. Of course, there still is a warning in effect. We're still expecting to see a little bit of more ejecta coming soon. And yeah, what else is there to cover here? Again, let us know in the comments if there are any exciting news stories. Let's take a look at one of my favorite recent news sources. I haven't been watching this one for a very long time, folks, but you may like this. I'm going to let the headlines scroll here for a quick moment. And I'll be right back. All right. So if there are any interesting headlines in there, excuse me, Excuse me. If there are any interesting headlines in there, let us know. I'm gonna do a second crawl here over this. The White House details plan to, quote, quickly and, quote, vaccinate 28 million children aged 5 to 11. UC Berkeley's top climate director resigns after colleagues reject speaker who denounce race-based admissions. One man crunches the numbers on oil supply and demand dynamics, reaches a shocking conclusion. There could be still a 30% upside to oil prices. I think I might have talked about that. I could have sworn I looked at oil, something I rarely do. I don't know. Hey, some of our viewers, at least one of our viewers, purchased silver when it was like, what was it, below $12 per ounce, I think, when we cited that. Let's scroll through your chats again here. Now's your opportunity to put up more chats. We are ending the stream soon. What the heck time is it? It's nearly 3 o'clock. This stream has got about 10 minutes to go, and then it is done. I'm going to take one more musical interlude. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I apologize. I don't have the chats on the screen. My mistake. My mistake. All right, here we go. Congratulations to all of you brave and beautiful people out there. Once again, we encourage you all to make America not suck again, and indeed make Earth not suck again. Visit the links, pick up some merch, so you can tell your friends in graphic detail to do things like Manso. Yes, it's up to you, the viewer. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but just having general non-suckage really is sort of it's infectious, folks. It's infectious. It's infectious to be generally non-suckage based. It seems incredible, but I mean, I guess what it comes down to is, if you're wondering when the cavalry is going to arrive, it could be because you're the cavalry. Let's get back to letting these scroll here. Beige Book hints that U.S. has passed peak shortage. I'll bet it probably has. I somehow have a feeling that some of the failures in the supply chain are being ironed out by a bunch of smart people, smart and extremely talented people, known as Americans, who have massive resources, massive skill, talent, and training, and could do all kinds of things that they're not doing because they're unhappy with the complete and utter incompetence with certain structures. And so they just refuse to associate themselves with said structures. And frankly, I don't blame them, because many of said structures are pathetic. So here at the Smash News Network, least busted name of news, we think that musical interludes are very important. So I'm going to play a longer track this time. This one is called Figurine 2010. And the figurine in question, I'll just give you a little background of this song. The figurine in question on this song is the figurine from the Brady Bunch. Who remembers the Brady Bunch episode where they go to Hawaii and Greg buys an idol and he wears it as a necklace, and then he wipes out and nearly dies, and the idol brings bad luck until they get rid of it. It's like a weird supernatural episode, a two-parter where Greg wipes out as a cliffhanger at in between the first and second episode. Yeah. It's like It reminds me of like a John Carpenter episode of The Brady Bunch. But anyway, that's the figurine that this song is about. And yeah, here it is, figurine 2010. Some great imagery here of Phelps there. Some close-ups of jaw. Yes, good times. By the way, they're watching TV. If you look in the lower right corner, you can actually see a little portion of the TV there, just below the Epic Pen. There's Phelps he's growling at the television. He's going, "Rrrr, grrrr, rrrr, rrrr." Now he's kind of calm. Now Jaws comes out of the forest. Oh! She's like, "What's on? Oh, Rugrats? What kind of Nicktoons is it?" And then Phelps is like, "Rrrr, rrrr, you're blocking my view." And now he's like, "All right, now I'm back on the show." Now he's getting mad. He's getting mad. He's like, "Look, what? Can you see that?" He's getting angry at that moment there. And he's like, "What? How dare you?" What if Phelps has the voice of Lil Jon? And he's like, "What? What? Yeah." Wow. Lots of turbulence going on right now, right? People trying to migrate. I don't necessarily blame them. I definitely don't necessarily blame you. Some of the ideas of where it will be a smart place to be versus not seem to change rather quickly. Sarita Johnson says the figurine is about the person that wipes out, or the person that bought the necklace, or the person that sold the necklace. Sorry, kind of confusing. Right, yeah, it's a cursed item. Who's ever seen, you ever see the show Friday the 13th, the series? Friday the 13th, the series is a great show. It's about cursed items. So the idea is that the items are obviously cursed. And and the cursedness of the items depends on what's going on. So, right? So certain items, for example, I don't know. I'm just going to make one up. I'm just going to make one up as if it should be on the show. We had this guillotine, and it seemed like a nice guillotine. You know, it only beheaded like 14 people or something like that. It was in a little duchy of France in whatever year. and it turns out that it became haunted. It apparently the guy that built it was doing some kind of demonic rituals, and it's a very bad guillotine. It's not like your regular everyday guillotine. It's a bad guillotine. And it's like Christine, right? You know Christine, the car that like kills people and breaks their hands and things. Yeah, it's like that, but with a guillotine. Or like, I've got it. Why don't we make a modern one where it's like Christine Part 2, where Christine's a fighter jet? Or what if we make Christine Part 3, where Christine is the entire nuclear-equipped nuclear submarine? How about that? Christine Part 3, Intercontinental Ballistic Nuclear War. Hypersonic weapons from space raining down because of a haunted submarine. Where were you during the hunt for Red Christine? The Navy decided to name the submarine Christine after some admiral's daughter. We're not sure the gender. Anyway, by the way, hit us up in the future. Remind me to make a video about gender, sherbet gender, because we've got sherbet, and it's time to make a video about sherbet gender. That said, I think it's time for the Smash News Network to play one more musical ditty By the way, you can find all kinds of musical music at soundclick.com/GoldenCat Productions. Don't be a complete COVIDiot and go to smashomash.com. Go to soundclick.com. soundclick.com/GoldenCatProductions. And you may find songs like this. Wait, I'm not sure what song I'm going to play yet. I haven't chosen, folks. I'm not trying to control the universe. I'm just trying to play a killer track. Here's Perfect. Seriously though, that'd be like a show. Could you imagine that? You have a show where you have cursed items. Obviously, like Friday the 13th, the series. It was a great show. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. And I mean, it was a little on the silly side. And when did it start out on USA Network, I think? That was a pretty good one. Anyway, and it was about cursed items. So yeah, let us know in the comments what's your favorite cursed item. And I think it's about time to end this stream. Anybody have the time? Oh, it's 3:16. All right, yeah, it's about that time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Remember, don't forget to salute to Admiral Levine. As Dr. Levine, let's just give a little background here. Dr. Levine was first the Physician General of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. After that, Dr. Levine became the Assistant Health Secretary of the entire country of the United States. Upgraded after such extremely good performance, I guess with respect to COVID in Pennsylvania, because, if you look at the statistics, Pennsylvania was just a, pardon the sarcasm, fantastic state when it comes to the performance, especially of the senior population with respect to COVID. And I won't get into any of the science of that or anything like that, but the point is, Dr. Levine got promoted because when you're that good at state level making health decisions for people, the obvious next thing is to make national scale healthcare decisions for people. So that's what you've got. And now you've got the nation's first transgender 4-star general. Count them. 4 stars. I mean, admiral, not, did I say general? All right. Anyway, I generally play defensive back. That's my position. If there's a football game going on, I will generally play either a safety or a cornerback, maybe an outside linebacker if the teams are very small, right? Who knows? A position with a lot of mobility, because that's the thing. On offense, any of the backs or, anyway. So what's the point of this stream? I'm going to have to drink a toast to viewers before signing off, because these streams are just strictly for the viewers. So anything you'd like to cover, anything you'd like us to cover, obviously on the channel in the future or at the present, we're probably not going to do it at the present, but we'll probably see the comments. So if there's something you'd like us to do, always just leave a comment in the videos, and we consider all interesting offers. And I think that's about it. So yeah, here's an early times toast to our viewers, both from the early, the medium, and the modern times. Cheers. It's a YouTube exclusive. One last thing. When doing a shot, you should exhale before doing the shot. Then after the shot, inhale. This causes the alcohol to remain in your system. You don't want to breathe out all that alcohol. So do the post-shot inhale, and I'm sure it's vastly superior in terms of amount of alcohol wasted. I'm not saying it's a healthy option. I'm just saying it's less alcohol wasted. Let's keep that very clear, because when you're a subject matter expert, you just have to focus on the subject matter. So yeah, I'm gonna bring up some other SDO imagery here, and I'm gonna close the video out with yet another audio assault. We'll have the same time frame. Once again, leave comments, everybody who's viewing this in syndication or live. Let's do 94 angstroms from the SDO. Browse data. Source. It's quite good. Yes. And let's see, we'll play a shorter track here because we got to close things out. Once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Let's play a really weird one. This one's called TJ Arama. And we'll post this one someplace along with an enemy territory video. More about that later. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in once again to the weekly Wednesday stream. TJ Arama and some 94 angstroms.